Believe us when we say this, history was made at the World Athletic Championship this year. That's right, records were smashed, people were shocked, and track legacies were forged at the event in Eugene, Oregon, where the finest athletes competed before thousands of fans. And all that went down, one moment in particular, left everyone's mouths wide open. If you want to know what it was, keep on watching. First up, the U.S. women just kicked some serious ass. The U.S. team has surely become the talk of the town, or rather the talk of the world, after they finished with 33 medals, including 13 gold, and their best performance ever at the event. Wow, 24-karat magic in the air. The meet concluded Sunday night after a 10-day run that turned into a showcase for the Americans. This year, the team had the home soil advantage for the very first time, and it proved to be quite the good luck charm as they took home the first ever team trophy awarded at a World Championship meet, and they did it without breaking a sweat. But the ladies proved to be the real showstoppers this year, who on Saturday left the athletics world gobsmacked after they pulled a shocking upset over Jamaica in the women's 4x100 relay to win gold. Even the World Athletics tweeted, "Still not over this finish," alongside a video of the unbelievable race. Well, we're not over it either. Now you might be wondering, why is this such a big deal? Why is everybody losing their marbles over this? Well, allow us to explain. So here's the thing. The U.S. women, who had finished fourth in the event just 3 years ago, were the clear underdogs to a star-studded Jamaican lineup that boasted all three medalists from the 100-meter final: Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Kimba Nelson, Sharika Jackson, and Elaine Thompson-Herah. The Jamaicans had won all but one of the 6 sprint medals at this championship. Not to mention, they also secured gold at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. So no offense, but we all had our money on Jamaica. Unfortunately, that didn't work out too well for us. But how did this insane moment happen? The six-pack abs team comprising of Melissa Jefferson, Abby Steiner, Jenna Prandini, and Twanisha Terry won first place in a world record time of 41.14 seconds ahead of the highly acclaimed Jamaican team. And suddenly their hot bods were the least of their accomplishments. We know what you're thinking. If the team was that extraordinary, how could they have lost? Well, time and time again, the relays have proven that you need more than supersonic speed and a gleaming record on your side. It seems it all came down to luck. Some say Jamaica's fate was sealed the second a sloppy first pass took place between Kimba Nelson and Elaine Thompson-Herah. While Fraser-Price ran the third leg, Jamaica also had both members of the 1-2 finish in the 200-meter final after Jackson claimed gold in the race. Despite the intimidation, the U.S. women managed to dethrone the mighty Jamaicans to win the prestigious 4x100-meter relay after Twanisha Terry held off the 200-meter gold medalist for a razor-thin margin victory of 0.04 seconds. Now that's what you call a close call. As a result, Jamaica finished second, while Germany claimed bronze. So what do both teams have to say after the results? The U.S. champions were seen rejoicing with bright smiles, tight hugs, and excited shrieks. It was truly a sight to behold. 22-year-old Steiner described this relay as the most fun race of her life, adding that she's not one to scream during a race, but this time she gave in to the Hayward magic. Anchor leg Terry also agreed with her teammate and said the race was electrifying. Oh honey, the only thing electrifying was your speed. She also shared her thoughts on the entire experience, saying that everything from the crowd's contagious energy to being able to give out friendly handshakes and autographs has been an amazing feeling. The champions were clearly ecstatic, but let's also hear from the losing side. The Jamaican 100-meter GOAT Fraser-Price, who claimed she ran with her heart and soul, showed great sportsmanship as she expressed that while the team had obviously hoped to win, she was happy with how her gal pals performed. She also verbalized how thankful she was for still being able to stand on the podium and said that all in all, she was feeling good because she consistently put in the work for this season and it paid off. And by paid off, we mean winning a whopping 3 gold medals at her second World Championship. Moving on, is this the only astonishing women's victory we have to celebrate? Of all the spectacular performances that took place at Hayward Field over the 10 days of the World Championships, McLaughlin taking almost a second off her own world record in the 400 hurdles definitely takes the cake. On Friday night, the 23-year-old won both the race and our hearts in 50.68 seconds, breaking her previous record of 51.41 seconds. And with this new golden medal, she became the first woman to run under 51 seconds. It was a truly incredible performance for the U.S. phenom, who made her sweeping victory on the field that even included the likes of American Delilah Muhammad, a former world record holder and the reigning world champ. But there's more where that came from. 2 days later, Sydney McLaughlin ran the last victorious lap of the Athletics World Championship for the United States, and to no one's surprise, she won the 4x400 meter relay by a lot. After taking the baton from Britton Wilson, the burgeoning speed star turned a 0.73 second lead into a 2.95 second blowout over Jamaica. This golden win was made extra special as legendary sprinter Allison Felix, who came out of retirement to run in the preliminary, acquired her 14th and final world gold. This marked the curtain call for 36-year-old Allison's career with a record 20 medals overall. McLaughlin also congratulated her partner by saying that she was really happy for her amazing career, and so, in hopes of doing something big, the two stars claimed America's 33rd medal of the meet and ended the championship on a high note. In the meantime, what were the men up to? Starting with the 4x100 relay disappointment. After an outstanding performance in the qualification round by 4 of the 10 fastest men in the world, they secured an overall qualification time of 37.87, which was 2/10 of the second greater than any other team. Of course, seeing this, we all thought the gold was theirs for the taking, but sadly, the U.S. team of athletes, Christian Coleman, Noah Lyles, Elijah Hall, and Marvin Bracey, has floundered yet again. While the U.S. women were all smiles after their unforgettable victory, the American men didn't have any trouble flushing the results of their 4x100 relay. The heartbreak moment for the boys came after a mishandled baton exchange, which, by the way, has now become a ritual for the Starcross team. Canadian sprinter Andre DeGrassi lifted Canada to victory after beating Marvin Bracey to the line by 0.07 seconds in 37.48 seconds. While the team was off to a good start, Bracey fell behind in the anchor leg after twice reaching back and whiffing on the pass from Elijah Hall, who hit the ground after he finally passed on the stick to his teammate. It was painful to watch. As a result of their butchered handoff exchange, the men finished second in their 4x100 relay, and Canada took advantage to win gold. Though you might think, hey, silver really isn't that bad. The U.S. men have been shut out in 6 of the last 14 Worlds and 3 of the last 4 Olympics. So yeah, this is nowhere near a satisfactory result. Looks like the boys could learn a thing or two from the girls. Although quite a setback, let's not let it overshadow the men's 100 and 200 meter wins. The first truly exhilarating moment inside Hayward Field came on the second night when Fred Curley, Marvin Bracey, and Trayvon Brommel bagged all the medals by winning 1, 2, 3 in the 100 final. And then it got better. 5 days later, Noah Lyles, Kenny Badnarik, and Erriyon Knighton, in that order, swept the 200 medals, and a lot of records were set. Not only did 18-year-old Knighton become the youngest men's medalist ever at a world championship meet, but 25-year-old Lyles also broke Michael Johnson's U.S. record in 19.31. If that wasn't an accomplishment enough, Johnson himself came down to personally congratulate the new record holder. Lucky guy. The Olympic sprinter came out victorious from a much-anticipated showdown with 18-year-old phenom Erriyon Knighton in the 200 meters, but the whole time, his real opponent was sitting in the commentary box. More astonishing than smashing Michael Johnson's 1996 record was the fact that Lyles completed the race so far ahead of the other contestants that after crossing the finish line, he turned to stare at the clock, which for some reason initially said he had tied with Johnson. But when the official time of 1931 was out, Lyles, his family, and the entire stadium burst into cheers and celebrated the win deliriously. It's not every day you become the 3rd fastest man in history, and with this, we think it's safe to say this year's track and field championships were truly magical. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of barnstorming victories? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.